of Cincinnati.
Plus, the man police say caused a deadly crash in Nicholas County has a hearing today.
And a Lexington native is now three-time Olympic gold medalist. What it means for fencing here in the Bluegrass. Thanks for joining us on Mid Morning. I'm Victor Puente.
And I'm Destiny Quinn. We've got some really nice weather in store this week. Jim, a little on the warm side, though.
I mean, it's your typical August kind of run here, y'all. I mean, that's what we're going to experience. Temperatures back in the 90s for highs, a little humidity out there. So, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. Right now, downtown Lexington, looking pretty good. Those skies are excellent for you right at this moment. You can see some high thin stuff off in the distance, but that's about the extent of it. Nothing more than that. Generally clear. Temperatures, though, they're already trying to rally in spots. You've got some as cool as 71, 72 degrees. Williamsburg, Harlan. They had a little extra fog around this morning, so with all that extra moisture around, holds them down. Then you find 82 degrees there in Frankfort, and you've got some more upper 70s, low 80s around us here. So as we look at this forecast for today, temperatures are going to warm. I mean, we're going to see them jump up the thermometer. Going to get sunny skies and the heat index up just a little bit. We're going to fall in that range, 87 to about 92 degrees. So if we hit 87, I think your heat index probably tops out around 90. If you hit 92, you're probably 95. So it's nothing extreme compared to where the actual air temperature sits out there for us today. And we'll keep the sun going. Now, we advance into the middle of the week. We might get a few more showers and thunderstorms going. And maybe by the weekend, we'll watch and see where Debbie goes. Shouldn't impact us directly, but it's going to be close. I will break that down for you coming up in a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. The search for a drowning victim at Lake Cumberland is back on this morning.
The Pulaski County Coroner's Office says the person drowned near the Garland Bend area. First responders worked until 11 last night to recover the body. They started back up about an hour ago. An idle speed zone will be in effect on the Cumberland River South Fork during the search. That means boats must follow a strict speed limit. The zone extends downstream from the Villas Dock to Woodson Bend Dock until further notice. We don't know the drowning victim's name.
We have new information on a deadly Powell County crash. Deputies say a car hit and killed someone walking on Main Street between 2nd and Black Creek Road. 87-year-old Lorena Ruth of Clay City was pronounced dead at the scene. We don't know if that driver will face charges. The crash is still under investigation.
One person has died in a crash in Garrett County. Deputies say 2 SUVs and a car crashed near Boones Creek Road in Lancaster. US 27 was shut down for hours. Richard Adams died at the scene. Crews flew another driver to UK hospital. 2 passengers had non-life-threatening injuries as well.
Hurricane Debbie has made landfall on Florida's Gulf Coast. The storm reached Category 1 strength overnight. It brought intense wind and rain. Christian Benavidez is in Tybee Island, Georgia with more.
Good morning. Hurricane Debbie making landfall in Steinhatchee, Florida. It picked up speed as it gained strength over those warm ocean waters in the Gulf. It's expected to and forecasted to remain over the northern part of Florida, eventually making its way here to southeast Georgia and truly stall over this area and affect the Carolinas as well. What's so concerning here is the potential for historic levels of flooding because it's going to be over us for so long. I spoke to the mayor of Savannah. He told me that they are expecting this, because of the forecasts that are out there, expecting this storm to bring unprecedented levels of flooding. Take a listen.
Pray. Work like it all depends on us, and pray like nothing depends on us.
The mayor also told me that parts of Savannah could see up to 30 inches of rain during this system. That, according to him, could be catastrophic to parts of Savannah. So everyone here in southeast Georgia, as well as the Carolinas, bracing for what Debbie could bring. Christian Benavidez, CBS News, Tybee Island, Georgia.
And flights are being canceled at the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport because of the hurricane. 12 flights are delayed, 10 flights are canceled at the airport as of this morning. You can check your flight's status at cvgairport.com.
Vice President Kamala Harris is closing in on her choice for a running mate. The United Auto Workers Union president has named Governor Andy Beshear as his top pick. Beshear has walked picket lines with union members. He was not one of 3 candidates Harris spoke with yesterday. Whoever she chooses is expected to campaign with her tomorrow. Beshear will be at a fundraiser for her today. This is happening now. The Fayette County School District is holding an event to help students get jobs.
And teachers are meeting with business leaders through the Educator's Guide to Industry program. More than 20 companies are there talking about ways to prepare kids for the job market. That list includes UK Healthcare, the Lexington Legends, and Eastern Kentucky University. Educators have already started mingling and meeting with businesses. There will be a panel discussion later on this morning at 11:15. More Kentucky students will be learning cursive in the years to come. A new law makes it mandatory. Many districts also have it in the curriculum already, including Ashland Independent. Second and third graders have learned it there since 2017.
We don't want it to become a lost art. I mean, if you look at our founding fathers, I mean, the Constitution was all in cursive. Important documents that you sign are in cursive.
That law goes into effect in 2025.
Crews rescued a hiker with a broken ankle in the Natural Bridge State Resort Park. They say the hiker slipped on the Rock Garden Trail. Red Star units along with crews from Powell and Wolfe counties helped respond.
Happening now, a man charged in a deadly Nicholas County crash is in court. Cheyenne Clifford is facing multiple charges, including murder and DUI. That crash happened on Myers Road last June. 20-year-old Gage Goutz and 17-year-old Nathaniel Welch were killed. Since the incident, WKYT Investigates has uncovered several new developments in the case, including that Clifford was pulled over and let go with a warning less than 2 hours before that deadly crash. You can find coverage on the WKYT News app.
The Laurel County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help identifying thieves who stole a car. Take a look at your screen. Deputies say these people stole a car from a business in southern Laurel County Saturday. If you know who they are, you are asked to contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office.
Regulators are monitoring a growing listeria outbreak. It's connected to millions of pounds of boar's head deli meat. That recall applies to 71 products, including ham and bologna. Some of the products were shipped to Kentucky. Dr. Jesse Dean with Baptist Health Lexington says there are steps families can take with all foods to avoid foodborne illnesses.
It has been linked to multiple food outbreaks. So, washing produce, even if it says it's washed, is always a good idea.
None of the listeria cases connected to the current outbreak have been in Kentucky. A pickleball tournament in Lexington is raising money for a good cause.
Over the weekend, people brought their paddles to the Lexington Ice Center for the Ronald McDonald House Pickle for a Purpose event. The Kentucky men's basketball team judged the game. Organizers say the money will go to Ronald McDonald families.
The coolest thing about Pickle for a Purpose is it not only is an opportunity for people to play pickleball, have fun, hang out with other people, but it also is really good awareness of who we are as the Ronald McDonald House and what we're doing in our community. And so it's a way for people to get to know what we do and have a clearer vision of our mission.
Money raised through the event will provide housing to families that have to travel to receive medical care for their child. You can visit their website to figure out how else to donate and support their foundation.
Kentuckian Lee Kiefer is now a 3-time Olympic gold medalist. She won 2 of those in this year's games in Paris. She grew up in Lexington. She still trains locally while she attends the University of Kentucky's College of Medicine. Her coach, Amgad Kazbak, says the sport teaches lifelong skills.
Teach you to respect other people, etiquette, discipline. It's one of the one of the best sport anyone can do it.
They told us Kiefer is staying in Paris through the end of the Olympic Games and closing ceremonies before she comes back to Kentucky.
Excitement over UK football is ramping up. On Saturday, fans filled Joe Kraft Training Center for Fan Day. Cats fans got to watch the first Saturday practice of fall camp and see exciting plays from standout players like receiver Dane Key. Some got to meet and take pictures with players like preseason All-American Dion Walker. The Cats' first game is on August 31st against Southern Miss. Coming up on WKYT Mid-Morning, turning bare feet into learning feet.
A look at the shoe giveaway, helping students step into the new school year with their best foot forward.
And we've got temperatures sitting in the 70s and 80s right now. We're likely going to hit 90 or better a little later today. I have it for you coming up.
Search WKYT, install, and enjoy.
It's completely free
and has everything you need in one spot.
Start streaming WKYT today.
Mornings can get a little hectic. With WKYT, we're up. to get you going.
Let's get right to the big stories before you head out the door.
Up with your First Alert forecast. It's a First Alert weather day, and we have all kinds of rain.
And up with live First Alert traffic updates, getting you there on time.
We're up for what's now
And what's next?
If it's happening now,
It's happening here.
WKYT Mornings. Up to get you going.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
Your time is important, so when air conditioning issues happen, you need help now, not next week. For the fastest response time in town, call Bryant.com. We'll fix your AC and get you back to what's important in life. Fast. Plumbing and electrical issues? Call Bryant.com. Easy to schedule, same-day installs, no overtime. With the fastest response time in town, we'll be there when you need us most. For all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric needs, call Bryant.com.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day, and real human support, and answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions, and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call today or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
First Alert Traffic only on WKYT. Sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Be weather aware while you're being social. Like WKYT on Facebook and watch live First Alert weather forecasts every weekday. Sponsored by Bryant Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Live, local, trusted. Follow WKYT News on these streaming services.
Welcome back. A father was sentenced to life in prison after admitting to killing his 3 sons.
Chad Dorman of Ohio pleaded guilty to murdering his sons, Clayton, Hunter, and Chase. He accepted a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. A judge sentenced him Friday to 3 life sentences without parole. The Claremont County prosecutor says that deal means the surviving victims, the children's mom and her daughter, can avoid the pain a trial could bring.
The trauma that these two experienced that day and continue to experience on a daily basis. My job, as I saw it this week, was to relieve them of that additional agony, and that's why we are here today.
The boy's mother released a statement saying she's in full agreement with how the case concluded. She says the decision brings relief, knowing Dorman will spend the rest of his life behind bars.
A man was arrested in Boone County after a barricade situation. The Boone County Sheriff's Office says a victim confronted Richard Kelly about his drinking Saturday night. They say the victim tried to leave the residence when Kelly threatened them with a handgun. The victim was able to escape and meet with responding deputies. Kelly remained barricaded in the home for hours as deputies tried to negotiate with him. A SWAT team was activated and Kelly exited the home shortly after. He was charged with terroristic threatening, menacing, and unlawful imprisonment.
The family of a missing Perry County man says he has been found. Donovan Ingalls' family said he went missing on July 26th. In a Facebook post, Ingalls' sister, Kelsey, said he is alive and safe. She thanked the community for all their support.
The family of an Eastern Kentucky Revolutionary War veteran is honoring his legacy. Private Thomas Murray's tombstone in Paintsville had become unrecognizable. Family members decided to go through the process of replacing the grave. After 2 years of work, his family held a ceremony to present the new grave marker. VFW members joined to pay respects to a fellow veteran, giving him a 21-gun salute and playing taps.
It's getting lost, so we need to keep it alive. Because if they hadn't fought, where would we be today?
Representatives with VFW say ceremonies like this don't happen often. They have only done 6 in the last 20 years.
The city of Glasgow held their inaugural Pride Family Picnic event. More than 200 people were at that event at Beaver Creek Park. It was put on by the newly formed Glasgow Pride Group. Organizers say they hope to promote more inclusion and acceptance in the Glasgow community.
Since we were a little bit longer in the tooth than some of the other people, it was really important to see that things the way they have been don't have to be what is the only course for you.
Organizers say while the event was met with some friction from protesters, things remained peaceful as more people continue to pour in.
Now, WKYT First Alert Weather with meteorologist Jen Caldwell.
All right, now heating up across parts of Kentucky. We're going to continue to see those numbers rally, especially as we head toward the latter part of the day. You just heard the story out of Glasgow, which is of course out of our area, but it's 81 degrees right there, right now. Same thing in E-Town, also out of our immediate area. But you look around here, we've got some low, mid, and upper 70s, and even some low 80s around here. You got 81 in Georgetown, 81 in Mount Sterling, so we are cooking already at this time of day. And we are tracking the big map for your temperatures, and you can see quite a bit of heat out there already, and all of it's going to continue to expand here in the Commonwealth. We're going to see those highs reach up to around 90 degrees a little later in the day. So watch this as the hour by hour plays out. Upper 80s, low 90s today for you. That's what most of us are going to experience out there. So we're not talking about anything out of the ordinary for August. I mean, we get these days. By tomorrow morning and into the daytime hours, we race toward the 90s again. You can see that breaking out all over the place here for your Tuesday. And look at those clouds. See those clouds? See how they kind of rolled in from our southeast and rolled back out? That's Debbie right there. And that's about the extent of what I think we end up seeing from this. And we still got some time because it's going to take a whole bunch of time moving up and along the coast. But you can see the cloud cover there. And we could run into a few showers, I think, possible on Wednesday. There's a small chance tomorrow. I think there's a better chance of a small chance on Wednesday. As you see, it's nothing significant. Nothing like the big rounds, big clusters of storms that we were tracking out there last week. So we're not dealing with anything like that. We make our way into the 11 o'clock hour there on Wednesday night, still holding on to some 70s. Now, heat index for today, probably going to top out 93, 94 degrees. Certainly a good possibility if we can get into the upper 80s, low 90s. It's not a big difference compared to what we will see out there. And then tomorrow, maybe a bit steamier as the heat indices are 95, 96, even 97 degrees. And by the time we wrap it all around and get you into that Wednesday, see, it's picking up on rain too, but you still have some steam around, so the comfort level is still going to be a little bit lower out there with folks across central eastern Kentucky, so plenty sticky enough. The heat core is sizzling out there. Again, across parts of the country, it's going to expand a little bit more today. I mean, you can just see it. This is at 5 o'clock, and look at how big of a chunk of the country experienced it. Look at the cool air, though, because of Debbie. Debbie continues to spin down there in Florida and then eventually along the coast. Here's what we've got currently. It is still just barely a hurricane. Hurricane Debbie at 75 miles per hour. It drops another mile per hour and we're no longer talking about a hurricane. Gusts, though, are still up to 100 miles per hour. And it's moving generally north-northeast, so that means it's kind of going like this into Georgia. And so we'll see that continue to evolve here over the next little bit. Now, we jump ahead to our 10-day forecast, and got 80s, close to 90 for several days here in a row. So a lot of steam to kind of work through as we make our way through the rest of the week and into that weekend as well. Weekend actually backs off to actually below normal.
Good.
But you know, the month of August is also the month when we see the average daytime high come down a little bit later on. I think it's right around the 27th. So our average high is 87. Mm-hmm. Like on the 28th, it goes to 86.
Oh,
okay. So
big drop.
So I mean, that's kind of the trend to show you that we're changing.
I think it's a little warm in the studio right now.
Not at all.
But this one is just, says it's perfect.
Let me tell you all what was going on. I was over there distracted because Victor is doing this with his jacket. I was like, what's going on?
You at all.
Yeah.
Just wear deodorant. It'll be all right. Thanks, Jim. Well, Shoe Drive in Frankfort is helping kids put their best foot forward before the new school year kicks off.
The Turning Bare Feet into Learning Feet drive was held Saturday. It allows kids to pick a new pair of shoes for free. More than 600 pairs of shoes were donated. Mandy Heacock helped start the drive 6 years ago. She says she hopes it gives kids a confidence boost as they head back to the classroom.
I never want a student to come to school and feel like they're less than. So this is just our opportunity to provide them with just a little more self-confidence with that pair of shoes.
Peacock says she accepts donations year-round and is already accepting donations for next year's drive. The National Retail Federation says on average, families plan on spending nearly $900 on back-to-school expenses this year.
An Eastern Kentucky motorcycle group is helping kids get ready for back-to-school season. Leaders with the Fallen Kings Motorcycle Group gathered at Perry County Park Saturday for the giveaway. Students received free school supplies, clothes, and food. Organizers say that event is a way to show community members that they are cared for.
People just ain't got the extra money to do what needs to be done, so that's what the Kings are trying to do, is trying to help the community, let the community know we're here for them, and we'll help the community in any way we can.
With help from community donations, the Fallen Kings were able to give away more than 100 backpacks filled with supplies. Tom Cruise is in Paris for the Olympics, and Britney Spears takes her story to the big screen.
Bradley Blackburn has your eye on entertainment.
Britney Spears' life story is headed to the big screen. Universal Pictures won the rights to adapt the pop star's best-selling memoir, The Woman in Me, into a biopic, chronicling her rise to fame and struggles with the conservatorship that dissolved in 2021. Filmmaker John Chu, who directed Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights, is set to direct the film.
Houston, we have a situation.
Casey Affleck is going on a mission to deep space in the sci-fi thriller Slingshot. Lawrence Fishburne plays the captain of the elite team in the film, who have to use a highly dangerous slingshot maneuver to reach Saturn's moon, Titan. But Affleck's character struggles to maintain his grip on reality, compromising their success. Slingshot hits theaters August 30th. And Tom Cruise is going on a Mission Impossible in Paris. The actor, who's been filming the latest installment of the franchise in Europe, is expected to help close out the Summer Olympic Games with an epic stunt high above the Stade de France while holding the Olympic flag. It's part of a Hollywood handoff to the 2028 Games in Los Angeles. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
I can't wait to see that. All of his stunts.
I was going to say, excited for another one there, yeah. Coming up on WKYT, a look at today's top health stories, including the mental health toll of climate change.
Here's a look at your lottery jackpots. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $174 million. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $374 million.
Are you tired of dealing with your old worn-down bathroom? Maybe you're putting off a bathroom remodeling project because you're concerned about the cost. Well, it may be more affordable than you think with West Shore Homes' big summer special.
Last chance, this deal ends Saturday. I'm doing something really special. I'm offering 5 years of 0% APR, and I'm gonna take $3,000 off all full bath remodel projects. That means you can get huge savings right now, and you'll have 5 full years to pay for it without worrying about any interest. We can completely transform your bathroom in less than a week. We'll tear out your old bath and replace it with beautiful brand new walls, a base, and fixtures. Plus, we have flooring and vanity options that are designed to match your bathroom perfectly. Here's another job we've done recently. They wanted to tear out their old bath and replace it with a modern shower. We were able to match it perfectly with a new vanity, flooring, and toilet. And the best part, the typical remodel only takes 2 to 3 days, not 2 to 3 weeks like most contractors.
Wow, that shower looks awesome and it matches the floor and vanity perfectly. I bet those homeowners were thrilled. I actually had West Shore Home remodel my bathroom and it looked incredible. My new shower looks amazing. It matches my bathroom perfectly. And I was so happy with the way the installers took care of my home. Look at these before and after photos. It completely changed the space.
Our goal is to provide homeowners with high quality bathrooms and the most affordable payments to make remodeling easy.
Well, West Shore Home definitely has my vote. If you need to remodel your bathroom, I would write down that phone number and give the experts at West Shore a call.
Last chance, this deal ends Saturday. Don't miss out on this limited time offer and get a great discount and amazing financing. Give us a call today to lock in 5 full years of 0% APR. That's 5 full years without having to worry about any interest. And if you call in right now, I'm going to take $3,000 off your bathroom remodel project to make it as affordable as possible this summer. Our spots are filling up quickly, so call us today to take advantage of this offer before it's too late.
When you lose your dream, you lose yourself. But we like to think dreams are worth the work. And sometimes the path you end up paving ends up not just being for you. We believe in the work it takes to see a dream become reality. For me, for us, for you. In Prestonsburg, find your dream, your adventure, your peace. Find yourself.
All law firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Join me for Kentucky Newsmaker Sunday morning at 11:30 on WKYT.
Live, local, trusted. Follow WKYT News on Instagram.
Welcome back to Mid Morning. We're hearing about the mental health toll of climate change.
And who might be missing out on powerful new obesity and diabetes drugs. Natalie Brand has the details in this Better Living report.
A new study published in JAMA finds the exploding popularity of Ozempic and Wegovy among patients with private insurance could be making it harder for people on Medicaid or Medicare to get access to the drugs. A separate study found the weight loss and diabetes drugs are actively being sold without prescription by illegal online pharmacies. A new survey of California adults finds over half say they've been affected by an extreme weather event in the past 2 years. 23% of that group says the weather has negatively impacted their mental health. Women, people with high levels of education, and rural residents reported disproportionately high levels of poor mental health. And a new British study finds teenagers who spend time on their smartphones when they should be doing something else are twice as likely to suffer from anxiety and 3 times as likely to suffer from depression. In older teenagers, problematic screen time was associated with insomnia. Those are some of today's top health stories. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Meteorologist Jim Caldwell's tracking the next big thing.
And it's all about the tropics right now for us. Yeah, we're going to get pretty warm around here these next few days, but that's typical. So we kind of focus in on Hurricane Debbie. Right there is the actual projected track from the National Hurricane Center. And I want you to notice, it can travel, according to the forecast, anywhere within that range, okay, within that black area. That right there. So it's not just that center, right, the line that you see moving through South Carolina, North Carolina, and around. It can vary from that. Now let me give you an example of why. The orange lines here indicate one forecast, the GFS and the European. Watch, they stay together for a little while, and that's the actual forecast track, by the way, from the Hurricane Center. But notice how they start to separate here. This is why there's confusion. Those two little circles, this circle here, and then there's the Hurricane Center's forecast. That's why there's so much confusion, you two, because it's so broad. So, in fact, it could spread at least some cloud cover in here. But watching the ultimate track of this, that is the next big thing.
Thanks, Jim. Up next, a different version of the Olympics.
Kentucky seniors are spending their summer competing.